Hi, my name is Aislinn Durmeyer. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Big Rapids Virtual School Class of 2025. Thank you for being here to celebrate and recognize the senior class for the hard work that led us to this stage. Not every journey was an easy one, but we made it. Each of us on stage tonight is a success story. Thank you to our family, friends, and school staff for the support you have given us throughout the years and helping us prepare for the next chapter of our lives. At this time, I'd like to introduce the BRVS Director, Mr. Josh Easler.
Thank you, Aislinn. Just a couple of housekeeping things before we get started. Please help us keep our focus on our graduating class and tonight's ceremony by silencing all cell phones and any other electronic devices. Tonight during our ceremony, we have two semi-professional photographers out here in this auditorium that will be taking some photos, and then we're going to capture all the memories and by photograph and then give those to the students. So your student will have an access to quite a few photos after the ceremony. So it's not necessary to come down in front of the stage to take your own. After the ceremony, you're going to have several opportunities to make use of this stage area here. We have two designated areas in the food court as well. One of them out by the stairs and also a cardinal backdrop in the food court. You're welcome to use the entire food court area, or if you want to brave the outdoors and go to the outdoor space here, or even back to the virtual school, you're welcome to do that for photos. Just a few thank yous as we get, before we really kick things off. I want to take a moment to recognize parts of the extended village at the virtual school. Our maintenance department, Brett Knight, Becky Willis, and facilities manager Brian Akey. Technology department, Joe Bowman and his staff. Brandon Walter is here tonight, so thank you, Brandon, for helping us. Food service, Jane DeVries and her staff. Bus garages, Mr. Mark Weller and his bus drivers. Auditorium manager, Tony Dans. Our nurse, Laura Bokamp. Deanne Ryder she's really helpful to us. She has 2 different days where she just volunteers and brings in her photography equipment and takes free senior photos for all of our students, which does one in the fall and then one in the spring. So we're grateful for her caring heart for doing that. The Board of Education, President Pete Krent, Jeff Godfrey, Siobhan Jane, Jeremy Mishler, Dave Murray, Chris Venix, and Michelle Rasmussen. Our BRPS Central Office Leadership, Mr. Heist, Superintendent Heist, and Assistant Superintendent Deb Tyson. We have some community partnerships as well with Kevin Courtney at 4 Green Fields Farms, Artworks, and our MSU's extensions for our cooking classes that we do. Our K through 8 team is Leah Leeper, David Rhodes, and Sue McCullen, and then our high school staff is Shirley Vetter, Amy Bordano, Nicole Quinn, Taryn Kilbert, Amanda Acker, Kendra Smith, Maggie Keating, Kristen Conley, and Tim Buckingham. Special recognition for all of this. If you know Amy Bordano, she puts her heart into this ceremony, and we appreciate all the work that she does for this graduation ceremony. Parents and family, thank you so much for trusting us with your most important assets, as well as your support and encouragement of these graduates. We're honored to have the opportunity to work with these students on stage. It truly takes a team effort to get to this point, and we appreciate all your efforts. Just shifting focus to the graduating class. Our program is very unique. One thing that it's just so much different than a traditional school. We actually sit down with our prospective students ahead of time, and we've made a practice of doing this consistently. We sit down with the parents and also the students to just make sure we're on the same page and they know what they're getting themselves into. We do this before they even enroll in school, which is not common. I mean, we do that because we see students come to us with the idea that completing their graduation requirements online is going to be much easier and much faster than the traditional path. And we try to be upfront with them, with students and parents, in order to help them make an informed decision about enrolling with us. I tell them the program is definitely not for everyone, and as someone with a high school diploma, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, I am pretty sure that this program would not have been a good program for me when I was in high school, and possibly not even today. I needed and still need the structure of a consistent schedule, a start time, an approximate end time, etc., in order to get things accomplished. I probably didn't have the self-awareness of that when I was a teenager, and it's not uncommon for high schoolers to not have that self-awareness yet. And I tell our prospective students to imagine every day being structured like a Saturday or Sunday. Most of them don't have a lot of structure on Saturdays and Sundays, and that's what every day is going to look like if you're not working in person in our building. But add into schoolwork on those Saturdays and Sundays and trying to get things done. It's not easy to do. It takes a high level of self-discipline, accountability, and determination in order to be successful in this program. We start each year with a pretty optimistic view of all students who could potentially graduate that year from our program. And as the year progresses, that number typically gets smaller, and it's for many reasons. The students you see on stage today all have stories of determination and grit. To get on the stage, you've all done something that I don't know I could have done at your age, or possibly, again, at my current age. There are several students on stage today that we rarely saw in our building. They were able to be self-disciplined, determined, accountable in order to complete the requirements for graduation while working completely from home at times. And that's not an easy thing to do. The determination, self-discipline, and accountability shown to get here today will help you set you up for success after high school as well. You figured it out, and you will figure out the next step of your journey as well. On behalf of the staff, I want to congratulate you and also thank you for letting us be a part of your success story. We're honored that we're able to be a part of your lives these past few months and years, and we're just a phone call away if you need anything in the future endeavors. Although you'll see me at Big Rapids Virtual School graduate, you will also be our students. You'll always be our students, and we're happy to help. We'd love to hear about you and celebrate your success stories with you in your next chapters. Congratulations. Part of the graduation requirements for a BRVS diploma is for students to assemble what's called a capstone project. And this project includes, it's a mock interview, there's letters of recommendation that are required, a preparation of a resume, and the idea is that they're going to be able to have all this all together and then build upon it as they go. More life experiences you're going to be able to add to that resume. They can actually go out into the workforce and hopefully get a job with what we have them leave with. The project's intended to, again, give them the start of a portfolio, essentially, and some of their experiences they can add to as they gain more. Another part of the capstone project gives students an opportunity to reflect upon their high school experience and tell us their story. This document, in your own words, entails what worked in high school, what didn't work, and what led them to the BRVS to complete their graduation requirements. I'll share a few, 3 of those, in their own words. One student wrote, "During a difficult time in my life, I struggled with social anxiety, which made attending a big high school extremely hard. I was either tardy or absent most days. Things weren't great at home either, as I had a sick family member that I needed to support and a divorce going on in the family. My anxiety combined with issues at home led to my decision to try BRVS. The ability to work from home made my life more manageable, and I didn't have to stress about being on time. I was also able to be a caretaker for my family member. At BRVS, I was surrounded by supportive staff who gave me their time and understood how my home life affected me. If I needed help, it was there. Mrs. Smith helped me with a plan for my after-graduation goals, and I'm looking forward to the future now." Another story is, when I first came to BRVS, I thought that virtual school would be easier than a traditional high school. Capital letters, I was wrong. I was embarrassed to ask for help, and it took a while to understand the program and how it worked. I did like the extra classes, like cooking and art, as they were fun, and I got to meet new people and learn new things. However, I was not working at a pace where I would graduate on time. Eventually, I went to the Career Center where I had to attend and work every day. It made me realize that I needed to apply that kind of effort to BRVS as well. And at the start of this year, I was not hitting my weekly activities goal. The staff helped me make a plan so that I could graduate before the end of the year, and that's what I did. And that's why I'm getting my diploma tonight. BRVS is unmatched when it comes to the lengths they're willing to go to work with students and families. I would recommend it to anyone, and I want to thank everyone for all of their help. And lastly, my life has been kind of a mess. I've made some bad choices and had some bad luck. This is someone else's story, not just mine. However, my experiences have made me grow in a positive way, and they have made me who I am today. I have not let my mistakes hold me back, and I have learned how to be a better person. I went to the same school district for all of my life, but switched to BRVS for my senior year. It was not totally my choice, but it worked out well. I could do my homework and hold down a full-time job to help support my family. Now that I have a high school diploma, I can work and save money for trade school. I appreciate all the help and understanding I received at the school, and I plan to live my best life. Thank you to those students who have shared their stories with us. We always enjoy reading the firsthand perspectives that the students give. I want to introduce our keynote speaker. Lenore Weaver was born and raised in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Her background is in teaching special education. She has 40 years' experience working in education. During her long year as an educator, she has had many different roles. She's worked summer camps for children with disabilities, has volunteered for the Peace Corps in Honduras, and taught in a locked children's psychiatric unit. She has worked or taught at every level of education, from early childhood to post-secondary. Mrs. Weaver was part of the Big Rapids Public Schools team from 1999 to 2016. And while at Big Rapids, she was a special education teacher and later the supervisor of special education. While continuing in her special education supervisor role, she was in several other administrative roles throughout her tenure. She started as principal of Eastwood Early Childhood Center. She went to the assistant principal at Big Rapids Middle School and finished as a principal at Big Rapids Middle School. Mrs. Weaver left Big Rapids Public Schools in 2016 for a superintendent position at Central Lake Public Schools, where she served in that role for 6 years. In 2022, Ms. Weaver retired for a short time before returning to work back part-time at Big Rapids Public Schools and is currently supporting special education teachers in the classroom. Ms. Weaver has always been a strong supporter of all students, but her passion is for working with, advocating for, and helping special needs students and other underdogs succeed. I worked closely with Ms. Weaver for many years and always appreciated her tireless efforts and can-do attitude while helping our students at New Directions High School and later Big Rapids Virtual School. Despite wearing many different hats while at BRPS, she always made our students feel very important. Lenore and her husband Brian have 2 daughters, Sam and Gina, who are proud former Cardinals. Please welcome our keynote speaker, Miss Lenore Weaver.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the Big Rapids School Board, Mr. Easler and his administrative team, to the teachers and the paraeducators and the support staff, to the families and friends of the graduating class, and most importantly, to the graduating class of 2025. Thank you all for being here, and especially thank you for allowing me the honor to be a part of this special evening. This is no small thing we are celebrating tonight, and every person in this room was a part of making it happen. Today we celebrate all of you, not just for finishing high school, but for finishing it in a way that very few people do, virtually through screens, but also through uncertainty and through a kind of learning that asks you to be your own compass. It's a moment of pride, a moment of reflection, and probably more than anything, a moment of relief. You made it. As you take your next steps, I want to leave you with 3 ideas that I hope you'll think about. They're not rules, they're not instructions, they aren't just truths. They're just truths that I think we all kind of come to understand, sometimes the hard way, but usually just because we get old and we learn stuff. Number 1, 2 things can be true at the same time. You can be incredibly proud of how far you've come and still feel unsure of what comes next. You can be excited about your future and still grieve the parts of high school that you're going to miss. You can love the freedom of online school and wish you'd had a locker or a gymnasium or a food court full of chaos. You can absolutely love that outfit that you saw on Temu, click add to Clark like it's your destiny, then completely come to hate it because somebody else is wearing it at the exact same time in the exact same color. Suddenly it's not fashion, it's a crisis. 2 things can be true at the same time. You want it to be unique, and you also shop the algorithm. Life is rarely black and white. It's messy, it's layered. People are complicated. Situations have multiple sides, and emotions are often contradict themselves. The truth isn't always one thing or the other, it's usually both. Some of you thrived in this environment. Some of you struggled through every day. And some of you were both on different days in different ways. And that's the reality of what it's like to be in a life. You can be someone who needs extra support and someone who helps others. The world can be a scary place and a place full of beauty and hope. You can be an introvert who still wants connection. You can feel strong in your values and still question things deeply. Let go of the idea that you have to choose one version of yourself to be, or one version of the way the world is going to be. Let go of the idea that anyone else can tell you everything about anything. They can't. No one can. There's always more to the story, and there's usually some part of the story that neither you nor I will ever know about. There's more to people than you or I will ever know about, and there's more to you than people are ever going to know about. The world is supposed to be many things. You're allowed to be more than one thing at a time, and quite honestly, you already are. If you can carry this mindset into your adult life, the ability to hold multiple truths at once, you'll not only understand others better, but you'll also understand yourself more deeply and ultimately find greater joy in the world around you. Number 2, time is fluid. Make your own timeline. You kind of already have. We're taught from a young age that life follows a straight line. Elementary school, middle school, high school, job or college, family, retirement, death. But the truth is, that timeline is made up, except for the dying part. That's going to happen. Time is a concept. There are no universal deadlines for how to live a meaningful life. You don't have to have your future figured out right now, or even 5 years from now. You're allowed to move slowly. You're allowed to move quickly. You're allowed to change your mind a lot. You're allowed to pause, pivot, or start again. The people who seem ahead are just on a different road. It's a different path. And that path isn't better, it's just their path. Did you know that today's high school graduate is expected to have at least 12 different jobs over the course of their lifetime? And that isn't just jobs like McDonald's, those are like actual career changes. Nothing stays the same. It doesn't have to. It can, but nothing has to. Some people peak early, others rise quietly. Some people bloom in their 30s, 40s, or even 60s. Laura Ingalls Wilder wrote Little House on the Prairie at the age of 65. Gladys Burrell ran her first marathon at the age of 86. Did you know that Harlan Sanders, the guy who got fired from a dozen different jobs before starting a restaurant and then failed at that restaurant, went broke until at the age of 65, he started a restaurant again, franchised it, and sold it as Kentucky Fried Chicken. And at the age of 65, at the age of his death, he was worth about $3.5 million. Not until after the age of 65. There is still hope for some of us to do that. People don't take a straight path. They stop, they restart, they reroute, or they reimagine. Just because your journey doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean you're lost. You're just taking the scenic route. And sometimes that road's a lot more beautiful than the other ones. Don't evaluate your life trying to keep pace with someone else's clock. Make your own timeline. Do it at your own speed. Trust your internal rhythm. You're not behind. You're not early. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And 3, what's hard isn't what you always expect it's going to be. The things that you think are going to be hard sometimes aren't. Some of you probably thought the academics would be the hardest part. For others, it was the silence between classes, or the motivation, or the loneliness, or just getting one more assignment in one more time. What you thought might be easy might have turned out to be a struggle. And what you feared might have ended up teaching you strength that you didn't know you had. That's how life works. The challenges don't always come with warning signs, and the victories don't always feel like fireworks. But every moment that you show up when it would have been easier not to counts. That's courage, and that's growth. Hard can look like burnout, anxiety, self-doubt, or even boredom. It can look like having to be your own teacher, your own cheerleader, your own guide. Sometimes the hardest part isn't the big thing. It's not the job or the test. It's the getting out of bed. It's the staying focused. It's the showing up when you feel you don't want to, or more worse, that's good English, or even worse, when you feel invisible. Hard can be having to decide every night for the rest of your life what you're going to have for dinner. It gets old. It's hard. But you do it, and you did it, and you will do it. You may not even realize how strong you had to be to do what now feels normal. And that's what makes it remarkable. Your resilience didn't always look like a perfect GPA or a packed resume. Sometimes it looked like logging in when you didn't feel like it, asking for help, starting over, continuing on. Quiet strength is still strength. So, class of 2025, here's what I hope you take with you. Hold space for contradictions. The world is full of ideas and art and music and nature and culture, and it will never fit neatly into a box. It's not supposed to. And just like you are not one-dimensional, neither will your life be. Honor your unique pace. Do not let time become some sort of measuring stick that you use to beat yourself up with, or worse yet, keep you from doing what you want to do. There are no timelines about when you can or can't do things. And know that real strength often shows up in unexpected places. You can do hard things. You already have, and you will do many more. You are not just one thing, you are many. You are a student, a citizen, a son, a daughter, a sister, a brother, a friend. And as you are so many things that are still yet to be, you are a work in progress and already a story worth telling. But tonight, my friends, tonight, you are graduates of Big Rapids Virtual School. You have a high school diploma that you have earned. It is all yours. It will always be yours, and no one can ever take that away from you. You did it. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone.
As we proceed with tonight's ceremony, I'd like to recognize members of the BRVS class of 2025 who are graduating with special distinctions. Students, as you're called, please come up to center stage to be recognized. First, we'll do the honor cords. Honor cords are presented to students, graduates who achieve a high GPA. When I read your name, please come to the center stage to receive your honor cord and remain until all names are called so we can recognize you as a group. Students with a GPA between 3.0 and 3.25 graduate with honors and receive a bronze cord. Winner of a bronze cord is Samaya Nelson. Students with a GPA between 3.25 and 3.5 graduate with high honors and receive a silver cord. Winners of the silver cord are Danny Rasmussen and Kirsten Routley. We do have one gold cord winner who was not able to join us tonight. It's a student with a GPA of 3.5 or higher, and that winner is Gabrielle Moriarty. Each year, students demonstrating outstanding achievements at the Mecosta Osceola Career Center are recognized with a special honor cord. This year, we have one graduating student who has received such recognition from the MOCC. That winner of the honor cord for the MOCC is Imogen Rebo. We have a student who is recognized by the Big Rapids Elks Lodge number 974 for considerable achievement over their high school years, including academic achievement, extracurricular involvement, leadership, and citizenship. This person had many successes during their years as a student at BRVS. She took courses at the Career Center, earned an industry recognized certificate while also holding down a job and doing work-based training. The student has been a leader in our building and shown resilience and tenacity in the face of adversity. We're very proud of the student's accomplishment while also maintaining a very professional, self-aware, and kind demeanor. This year's Elks Award Scholarship winner is Samaya Nelson. Samaya received her award a few weeks ago at the award ceremony for the Elks. We have BRVS awards. So our BRVS graduates are all worthy of special recognition, hence the reason that we're here tonight. Each year, however, our staff recognizes some exceptional students who in various ways have shined among their peers. This evening, we'll recognize 4 of these students. First award is the Determination Award. The Determination Award is presented to a student who displayed great determination toward reaching the goal of graduation, no matter how difficult the journey is, or how many obstacles they were able to overcome. Our first recipient certainly has overcome many difficulties during high school. While navigating through personal struggles, this individual has steadily completed classes. There have been moments where things seem uncertain and graduation may have felt like a distant goal, but the student kept digging deep each time things got tough and found the strength to keep moving forward. In the final stretch of the senior year, the student showed an incredible burst of focus and determination, completing multiple classes in record time, including finishing half of a tough math course in approximately a week. Their resilience and drive to meet their goals, even when the path was far from easy, have been nothing short of inspiring. We're incredibly proud of all of his accomplishments. The winner of the Determination Award is Danny Rasmussen. The second award is the 180-degree award, and this represents a complete 180-degree turnaround in school success. It recognizes a student's commitment to school and their ability to overcome challenges that can make graduation a difficult achievement. The student's been here with us just for 1 year. They did not begin the year with a consistent work ethic, and graduation wasn't much closer halfway through the year than it was at the beginning. Around the new year, there was a change in social surroundings and perspective, and he developed a consistent work ethic to help him finish the last several classes in order to be here on stage today. Although we didn't see him in our building often, he was always left a strong impression of being a high character and kind individual. I'm proud to announce the winner of the 180-degree award is Tristan Heiler. The third award is the Virtual Spirit Award. It's presented to the student who embodies the characteristics of hard work, a positive attitude, and showing pride in their school. They enthusiastically and proudly represent BRVS in every way. They understand that they get more accomplished by putting their nose down and getting to work than they will by lamenting the amount of work that they have to do. The student's always been well-liked by everyone due to their kind nature and great sense of humor. However, for the first few years at BRVS, they moved at a slow yet steady pace while working toward graduation. This person consistently attended in person, often with little to show for it. If he kept up the pace at which he was working, he would not have graduated before he aged out of high school. This year, he came back to school with a renewed determination, a consistent attendance. He worked at home in addition to school and completed many more classes than ever before. Finishing school was the goal, and he didn't let the difficulty of the remaining classes interfere with that goal. He put his head down and he went to work. The senior receiving this Virtual Spirit Award is Xavier Zemirslik. And the last award is the Outstanding Senior Award. The award is given to a student who strives for academic excellence in the classes and demonstrates a true desire to learn, to grow, and to succeed. The student's been a longtime student at BRVS, having transferred to our building in 9th grade. Throughout the years, we've appreciated the student's desire to learn and thoughtful approach to building their future after high school. A deep thinker and a caring individual, the student has demonstrated care and compassion for the patients they care for in their part-time job, as well as care and compassion for family members and fellow students. We've known for several years that this individual will be one to pursue outstanding academic goals after high school, and we're proud to announce that this year's Outstanding Senior Award is going to the future Wayne State Warrior, Samaya Nelson. Now, if you direct your attention to the screen, we're excited to share some snapshots of life at the Birch with a video presentation created by Amy Bordano, and with much appreciation from Mr. Brandon Walter, who prepared it for the big screen. Please enjoy.
Didn't I tell you I hear what you say? Never look back as you're walking away. Carry the music, the memories, and keep them inside you. Laugh every day. Don't stop those tears from falling down. This is who I am inside. This is who I am. I'm not gonna hide. 'Cause the greatest risk we'll ever take is my heart. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. With courage and kindness, hold on to your faith. You get what you give, and it's never too late to reach for the branch and climb up, leaving sadness behind you. Fight hard for love. We can never give enough. This is who I am inside. This is who I am. I'm not gonna hide. 'Cause the greatest risk we'll ever we are. Riding the storms that come raging toward us, we die. Holding our breath as we break through the surface with arms open wide. With arms open wide. This is who I am inside. This is who I am. I'm not gonna hide. 'Cause the greatest risk will ever take us that far. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we the greatest risk will ever take us back far. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are. To stand in the light and be seen as we are.
We've arrived at the main purpose of tonight's event, to honor these students and reward their years of hard work and dedication with a high school diploma. Superintendent Heiss and members of the Board of Education for Big Rapids Public Schools, I present to you the Big Rapids Virtual School Class of 2025. Having met the requirements for graduation, they are to be awarded diplomas with all the rights and privileges appertaining. For the reading of the graduates, please welcome Mr. Tim Buckingham.
It is now my pleasure to present the diplomas to the BRVS class of 2025. First, we wish to recognize graduates unable to be with us today. Gabrielle J. Moriarty, Seth Timothy Weaver. Fiona Maxine Schofer Alex. Brianna K. Cochran. Ariel Rose Corona. Iceland Marie Dermeyer. Gunnar Cole Elliott. Tristan Thomas Heiler. Allison Rachel Jakes. Samaya Lee Nelson. Danny Rasmussen. Imogen Lency Rebo. Kirsten Ann Faith Routley. Nova Marie Townsend. Michaela Michelle Williams. Xavier Scott Zmerzlik. It is a time-honored tradition during graduation that graduates will turn their tassels from the right side to the left side, symbolizing the earning of their diploma and acceptance of their status as high school graduates. Seniors, at this time, please turn your tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Big Rapids Virtual School graduating class of 2025.
I am Imogen Rebo, and I am a proud graduate of BRVS. Thank you for coming to our graduation and being a part of our special night. Immediately following the recessional, the graduates will gather for a group photo and hat toss on the stage. After they are done, we invite family and friends to take as many pictures as you can for as long as you need. We have some photo op spots for you. One spot is here on the stage. The second spot, there is a beautiful balloon arch in the food court near the stairway. And the third spot, there is a cardinal banner located in the food court near the entrance to the auditorium. We are offering light refreshments in the food court. Please enjoy a treat, take lots of pictures, and make memories with your family and friends. Thank you.